What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I walk you through exactly my vision and my view of building a multi-million-dollar business. On here, you get to figure out my lessons, my losses, my wins, my failures, my successes, everything that I experienced while building this brand, you guys get to experience as well. Now, on this particular episode, I'm gonna take you guys in a deep dive on what's inside my head right now, going through updates, going through what's new with hybrid, what am I doing next, what's the business plan currently at this very moment, this stage of the business, how am I looking to execute on that, and what's the next steps for next week, well, I don't say video, next week's video for you guys to see. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Do it, dream big, dream above and beyond. Don't just dream for the average and dream for the normal. Make sure that you're looking for the big goals. You've enjoyed the video so far, but on this, what's up? All right, so just full throttle, going right into it. What is the immediate updates? Well, first things first, Hybrid School of the Elite is up and running. It is live. It is available for anyone and everyone who is looking to make a difference within their active life. So if you are someone who just likes being active and you're just trying to take your active or athleticism to the next level by including multiple different variations of training, this is the place for you. If you're bored with your training and you want to mix it up and just try something different like kickboxing or tricking or martial arts, or even if you're doing those things you want to learn about just overall general fitness, some calisthenics, some bodybuilding, you know, some athletic stuff, something to get your gains up, this is the place for you. Also, if you just want to be in a community, if you want to find people who are just like you, people who want to, take that athleticism to the next level, who wants to be the best version of themselves and just know how to do it, so they need people around them to push them, but also show them how, this is the place for you. Here, I take you step by step, lesson by lesson, technique by technique on everything you need in order to push yourself and continue your fitness journey, or even start your fitness journey in the best way possible. So if that's you, click the link in the bio. Actually, it's not in my bio, it's YouTube. It's gonna be in the description below, so you guys can get started. It is absolutely free, costs you nothing but time. So get started with that. I would love to see you guys in the community. Love to hear about your journey, your experiences, but also hear about your wins. How are you guys winning? What new skills did you learn this week? What technique are you working on? What's your biggest hurdle right now? I want to hear about your wins, and I want to find more people like myself who are currently winning, looking to win, to be around winners, and just overall pushing themselves to the best possible version of themselves ever. So join the community, Hybrid School of the Elite. I'll see you guys in there. All right, now, Hybrid School of the Elite aside, what's going on with hybrid apparel? So the second half to my business ventures. So hybrid apparel this week, along with the Hybrid School of Elite, the course or the online training program, I also just soft released the pre-sale release the clothing. So I was debating on this. I was, again, stuck in my own way, just figuring, okay, when's the perfect time to do this? Do I have everything set up for the pre-sale? But it was holding me back and it was not pushing the needle forward. So I just went and threw it out there. It's a season of giving. I wanted to be able to give not only all my knowledge with the training program, but also just allow people to be involved with the overall brand, be able to buy things that they actually want to buy. One thing I learned from sales, if people want to buy, don't stop them from buying. You're the only person that does. Don't stop the sale. You prevent the sale, so don't do it. And I wanted to get out my own way and stop preventing the sale. So I opened it up. Happy to say I got my first online sale from that. Sold one hoodie, so that's a big milestone and checkpoint for me that I just want to celebrate with you guys. So thank you, I appreciate you, and this will be one of many along the way. Now, where are we currently at in terms of the overall brand? Well, that's what I want to kind of walk you guys through, just so you can see exactly where I'm at, what I'm doing, where's my mindset at, and also how I'm looking to execute on that. But first, before we get into that, I want to kind of walk you through not only my understanding of business, but just some general business knowledge and understanding so that we're communicating the same way as we go along. So let me get my whiteboard and let's learn about business. All right, so I got my handy dandy whiteboard here, and we're just gonna cover kind of my simple understanding of business cycle. And just so you guys can understand exactly what's in my head right now and to understand just the business cycle and where we are right now. But overall, when creating a business, you got a couple things that's involved essentially. So first things first, obviously you're gonna have an idea, right? You're gonna think of a product, think of something that you can sell or help or a service, something's gonna happen. Now, most people essentially would go straight to developing the products, solving the product solutions, whatever it may be, figuring out the detailed stuff. However, working around the people that I've worked around, the billionaires, the entrepreneurs, just talking to individuals, after the idea, to just help move the needle, to actually make some progress, you gotta hit marketing. People have to know about your product. And so if they don't know you, if they don't know about your business, they don't know about your product, you're gonna be making a product for no reason. So directly after idea, we're gonna hit up marketing. And so this can be things like social media, advertising, all the good things that allow you to basically tell people about your thing. That's all marketing is. Now, after people know about your product, then we can actually start to sell. Sell just meaning you collect money for your product or service. Without a sell, your business doesn't make money, people don't get the product, there's no exchange happening. So as unfortunate as it is that people don't like the word sell just means income. And so sell is the next part of the business cycle. And so after you market, you sell to people, you connect with them, you get them to exchange money for your product or service. Then after you get the sale, you can start to figure out the details on the actual product. And so you can start to figure out, what you can put in there, how you can deliver it the best way, or not even deliver yet. How can your product be the best product ever so that when you give it to your consumer, give it to your customers, they're satisfied with what they purchased. They're not gonna look back at it as if it was a waste of money or a waste of time. And so that now leads us to, after you create a solid product, being able to deliver it. So being able to actually get it to your consumer, to your customer, rather, if you're a clothing company, you're shipping it out to them. If you're a service company, you're allowing them to get access to it. If it's a online program or something like that, give them access to the program, doing the onboarding, just making sure that their experience with getting your product is a memorable one that they'll come back to and, keep spending money with you because you're ethical, you're a good business, you're someone that they trust and believe in terms of product and service, or service. But after you deliver it, obviously it's not gonna be perfect the first round, so we gotta get some type of feedback. And so we're gonna start focusing on customer satisfaction. Also known as reviews. So you're gonna start to get, some feedback from your clientele, your customers, saying, hey, this is what happened with my product. Hey, I love this. Hey, I don't like this. Hey, could you fix this? Hey, can I get a little bit of this? Something that allows you to improve your product next go around or on the next idea, completing the cycle. So after you get that feedback, now you can start implementing changes. Now you can start getting, nitpicky with the product, making it better and better and better, but also it does two things. One, it makes your clientele and your consumer base know that A, you're listening to them, and B, that you're constantly improving. Everyone loves the business who's constantly improving, constantly changing what they're doing because they're always getting better. If you had a perfect product right off hand and never change anything afterwards, your business can only go so far. Now, not saying you should have a trash product from the beginning. You shouldn't. It should still be quality product, but obviously it's not gonna be perfect, right? And so that's where you can get some feedback from your consumer base and just be able to adapt and fix and adjust. And if you come out with a new product, then you know exactly what they're looking for. But Along with getting a new idea, this is also where the scaling process comes. Scaling just meaning taking what you're doing right now and not bumping it up a notch. So if you're selling right now, $100,000 a year worth of product to consumers, now we can double down on it and start to go for $500,000. Go from 500K to $1 million, $1 million to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 30, starting hitting different levels of business. So all of this right here is what we call the business cycle. Now, on to my current strategy right now that we understand the business cycle. All right, cool. So now that we understand the business cycle, now we can start to actually touch on what I'm currently doing for my marketing strategy, or at least my knowledge of it. So first things first, I want you guys to understand what type of marketing is available. Again, marketing is just allowing people or telling people about your product or service. That is it. So calling out someone in the street saying, hey, I do this, is considered marketing. Calling your best friend and say, hey, I have this, is considered marketing. Anything where you're communicating your product or service is marketing. It's not really complicated. Now, how can we do marketing? So there's two basic general overall views of how we can do it. First one is paid. Paid being advertising things you actually spend money for to get people to know about your product. Second one being organic. Organic obviously being the opposite of that. If you're not using money, if you're getting people to know about your product or service without using money, it is considered organic. This is going to be things like social media, cold calling, all the good things we love. Now, obviously there's two ways of doing it, because if you don't have money, but you have a lot of time, you can do organic. It may take a longer time, but because you don't have money, this is the way you kind of have to approach it. However, on the other hand, if you don't have time, but you have money, you can do the paid version. Or if you just want it to be a little bit more sped up, you can do the paid version. Be more aggressive about it. Let people know about your product in a more aggressive manner. Now, currently right now, let me explain these two first real quickly before we get to that. So paid can be anything like ads. It can be influencing marketing. So paying an influencer to promote your product or service, that would be like that. So a number of different things. On the other hand, we have organic. So this can be something like social media. This can be LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. That's nice, little TikTok. What else? YouTube, obviously, since we're on. And basically any other social media that you're able to use and just post stuff on it. You don't have to spend money on, but you spend time on. Something else you can actually do is on the organic side. I just had it, dear God. Social media, cold calling, sorry. I mean, that's pretty much it in terms of that. That's typically what people are using if they're going to use organic. It would be the social media, or they're calling out somebody to tell people about their services. Right now, I'm putting a lot of focus on the organic side of things. And so right now, I'm going to flip this around so we can have a cleaner screen. Right now, my main focus or my main agenda is... Okay, I just wanted to take this time to just say thank you for being this long in the video, but I didn't want you to have to sit through this long written out process. But obviously you get to see exactly what that looks like after I'm done. But again, just want to say thank you for sticking out this long and learning a little bit more about me and the process. But without further ado, let's get back to the video. So these are the things that I'm currently focusing on right now. Not necessarily to market, but just to be able to get my brand out there or to make it better overall. So social media, networking to get affiliates or influencers, finding videographers, editors, photographers, and then also just the education, the last part of it, to make sure I'm staying up to date with the industry overall. So now you know where my focus is right now. Kind of gives you an insight to where my mind is, how I'm looking to do things, how fast I'm looking to do things, and aggressively I'm looking to do them in. But let's kind of move on to the next part. All right, so let's take things to the online portion of what I'm doing. I won't say online, but things that I need to do with the computer for. So obviously, we talked about the marketing that I'm doing. YouTube is a big part of that. So taking a look at all the videos that I'm currently up to date on is something I'm really excited about, actually. Staying consistent, actually putting some stuff out there on YouTube. I don't expect it to be perfect, but here we are. At least you get to see the journey, the process as I'm starting to build this brand up. But YouTube is one of the platforms I'm currently using. Instagram is one of the platforms I'm currently using. TikTok, X is one that I'm weirdly using. I'm not expecting to get a lot of traction on it, but maybe. It's a different audience, different medium. Why not use it if I could? So with all the different marketing methods that we did talk about previously, talking how I'm looking to do that, how I'm looking to execute on those, now it's actually trying to figure out, allowing you guys to see how I'm going about executing those things. So obviously the social media, I'm using Instagram, TikTok, and rarely I would say X for short form content, just being able to reach more people on a broader spectrum. And then YouTube, obviously the long form content, being able to just look in the past and see how I built the brand more for reputation purposes, for again, a different audience. And just allowing me to explain things a little bit longer than just 30 seconds on Instagram. It's hard to explain or go into detail for a medium that has a very short attention span, or people are going there for short dopamine hits. So that's what I use YouTube for. Now, right now, obviously the website is up. I'm actually gonna pull that up right now. The website is up. Obviously, I'm on Shopify. If we want to take a look at the website real quick, it's very simple, very straightforward. It's not a lot of stuff. Has a video up that I created. The 4 shirts that we're using the pre-sale for, and you can just look at those 4 shirts. We're gonna build that out obviously later on. But other than that, I got 1 order in right now. Again, excited about that as well. Got 1 person in, just one in the books of very many. I hope, and I'm gonna make sure. But for the content that I'm currently creating, how do I stay focused with that? How do I'm actually playing those out? I use Notion to get my ideas of what I want to create, the content I'm trying to do. And so right now, these are just some of the things that I'm currently working on right now. These are things I recorded on today. Just the concept and ideas of, the different short form content that I'll be creating. So I got 1 for short form content. I got 1 for YouTube. This is just my gym stuff. This is work. This is overall brand, thought process, the pre-sale, just different tasks I want to get and check marks I want to hit. But for the short form content, obviously it's hard to make a lot of content all at once, but doing some research, following people, studying people, I've learned just of a quick way to do a batch work of creative content, or at least coming up with ideas so you don't have to do day by day and, lose track. And so one of the ways that I'm currently working on right now is using ChatGPT. And so putting something as simple as, give me 25 tips for people in the gym looking to improve their fitness, and just kind of seeing what chat spits out. And so it may spit out something like this, just gives simple tips that people can actually use or improve on. And so whatever chat spits out with this long list of tips, just random tips, I can take this and now put it into, 3 things I can do. One is I can go to Canva. And on Canva, I can do one of 3 things. One, I can put all those tips in Word form, So as a picture, just as a word or a reel, and people can just read it out. I can put it in a video form so people can actually see the quotes, have them relate to it with the video in the background, so it's considered a video. Or a third one, I can actually make content about that prompt or that tip, which is what you saw here, which is what some of these are right now. These are some of the tips that came up before. And so these are this is me making the video about that tip or that prompt into my own personal creative style of content. And so that's just 3 ways I'm doing it. So if we're able to put 25 tips on here, divvy up in 3 different ways, that's 75 posts, and then put it on different platforms, different formats, different ways throughout however many days you want to, because that's 75 different posts. You can do this with tips, and then you can also do this with not just tips, but quotes. Something to motivate people, something to get them inspired, something to, push them to do what they want to do. So 75 different ideas or 75 different posts from tips, and then you got 75 different posts from quotes. And again, you can make videos out of that. You can also make just a regular picture with the quote on it. Or you can put it inside a video of you saying it and be creative about however you want to create that, whatever it may be. So this allows me just to batch a lot of content up on the weekends, start scheduling it out, batch record, batch edit, batch creating content. And it just makes it a lot easier to post throughout the week consistently. So I'm attempting to do that right now with my current posting schedule. So along with that, obviously trying to divvy up what I'm going to do for hybrid. Obviously hybrid has its own page. And so I'm just taking a peek at what I want that to look like for the first couple of posts. Obviously I'm looking at this kind of checkerboard pattern with the first generation clothing kind of spread out, and then have some pictures in between here and there, just so it has a nice aesthetic attached to it. People can look at it and like, wow, that looks good. But obviously, this looks like a guy made it, obviously. And so I want to get help with this side of things. Again, the videographer, editor, people with marketing, people who are better at this than I am. I don't need to be the center of attention. I just want to make sure something works. So that's where those people come in, where I don't have the time to focus on it or the time to put in to learn about it. Obviously, I know the general aspect of it, but I'd rather not go full in depth in what I need to know to actually make it work well. I'd rather find somebody who is skilled at that, use my money to buy their time to spend on this so that it's actually being useful. I can spend my time doing something I'm actually better at business-wise, looking at the overall picture of things. So yeah, this is what things look like on the online or the background side of things for Hybrid Elite and the Hybrid Apparel. All right, so I know this has been a longer video than usual, but hopefully you found a lot of value in it. Whether you're a new entrepreneur looking to start your own business, or if you're just someone curious on how the process is going within Hybrid overall, you get to see my 100% authentic, honest, and open thought process, knowledge, and also experience with this brand. Again, everything I promised in the beginning, hopefully you're getting out of it. Learning where my head's at, learning what I'm doing next, what my progress is, and just step by step taking you guys on the journey with me to make this multi-million-dollar brand, but also to help people along the way. I love business, but I also love helping individuals, whether it be instructing, whether it be teaching little ones, whether it be just helping someone out get to their best version of themselves. That's something I appreciate and I take pride in overall. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being on this journey with me. Even if you see this later on in life and I'm at a different stage of the business, at least you get to see exactly what it'll look like in the beginning phases of it, right? But yeah, I get to open up the books a little bit. I'm not a person to win and not show people how I started winning. So I wanted to be able to just show exactly what that process looks like, and just to show you, what I'm doing. Just show you what I'm doing. Not gatekeeping, not leaving anything behind. You get to see exactly where Hybrid started and where it's going to be later on down the line. So yeah. But to close this off, I'm glad that you're here. I'm happy that you're here. But if you know someone who can find some benefit in this, share this with them. Please like the video, help the algorithm send this to more people, and just get this message out there, and also get the brand out there as well if you want to help me out. Subscribe to the channel if you want to be on this journey with me, just to see exactly what's next, what's new, what's Kason doing in his life, all the lovely things that I'm currently doing. You guys get to see along the way. This is only the beginning. We will never stop. I won't quit, and I will make this happen, not only for myself, but for you guys, just so you know it can happen and it will happen. So like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next show. Thank you. See ya.